Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Spiritual Grind. We hope you enjoy it, and don't forget to follow, hit the little bell for your notifications when the podcast is posted, and like, follow, and share with your friends. We hope you enjoy it. Leave a comment if there's any topics that you want us to speak about.
Like, follow, share.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jenny. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Spiritual Grind.
Good morning.
We are live from Texas.
Yeah, live from Texas.
Yeah, we've been really busy. Sorry about not getting all the podcast out. We're getting back in the swing of things a little bit here.
Yeah, Texas weather's kind of weird.
It is.
Windy,
it's been windy
and chilly, and
it's definitely not the Texas that I wanted it to be yet, but it will be.
yeah. I'm ready for the summer weather.
Yes, and we did have a great show in Arkansas. I think it went really well.
Yeah.
We put on a nice little class for Ozark Research Institution in Springdale.
Absolutely.
It went really well. Sold a lot of books.
Yeah.
Anyway, be paying attention to that for on the events calendar, because we'll be putting those in. I believe we'll be doing the show in Austin and then the Dallas Metaphysical Show the second week of May.
Yeah. We're figuring all that out now.
Yeah.
Since we're here.
Yeah, I'm really trying to figure it all out. It's kind of tough.
We've been here for what, like 4 days now. So we've been, 4 days.
No, we've been there 6 days.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just getting the motorhome unpacked again and set back up, and
For sure.
doing a little bit of resting from the travels and stuff like that.
Yep.
So
Anyway, so be paying attention. It'll be on the event calendar. You can keep up with us if you'd like. And don't forget to check out jendanyoga.net. It's Danielle's working hard over there to grow that there. So that is the combo of Chinese Meridian energy system and yoga.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's pretty cool. Anyway.
We've I've opened my books.
Yep.
I've got some room to take some
appointments. Yep, we both do. And that you can get that on the website as well.
Because we'll be stationed here for a little while. We're going to be still for a minute.
We only had a couple appointments available each day that we can, because the other ones are booked. But I think there's like 5 or 6 appointments available.
Yeah.
And so if y'all...
That's on the website.
It's on the website, www.themercenters.org.
And then we're going to be doing a group question and answer Q&A on Wednesday evenings.
7 o'clock. Yep. You can get tickets on the website as well.
We'll be doing that live through, what'd you decide, Zoom?
That's through Zoom, yeah. So it's limited to 300 people.
Yeah.
I think we're charging $25 for that, or 20. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But that'll be live question and answer session, and you'll get a discount on the books if there's any book you want to buy off the web page at that time. I'll give you a discount coupon during that show.
Okay.
So anyway, are you ready for the topic of the day?
Absolutely. Do tell.
Okay, are you ready? My mojo, baby. Don't take my mojo. That's the topic of the day. Is because this brought up this morning is, throughout the course of the ups and downs of the health and everything else, I kind of feel like I've lost my mojo.
Okay.
I was telling you about this morning, realigning back with that mojo of the positive thoughts and all the time, and the internal energy of growth and expansion. I feel just kind of stagnant all over. I kind of feel like I've lost my mojo, baby.
Yeah, that's what we were both talking about this morning is just realigning with living life. And
we get so caught up in business and and helping others, we forget to align with ourselves.
Yeah. And I know for me personally, what's going on is I've been battling a little bit with what I perceived as a bit of a head cold.
Yeah.
From perhaps geographical changes.
Elevation changes for sure. Yeah.
But what I've come to realize, I think more so it's that I'm a little out of alignment with my natural state of being.
Yeah.
Having gotten kind of sucked up a little bit by the...
You got what?
Sucked up.
What's the name of that show? Ghost.
Yeah. It's on Paramount. Yeah.
That's
the ghosts refer to when a ghost leaves to go to the light, they say
they get sucked off.
They're getting sucked off, which is the laughter irony of it.
It's kind of fun.
Quite a comical little series if you're looking for a new series. Anyway, so for me, it's not a cold necessarily that is the true underlying issue.
Right.
It's that I've gotten tangled up in humanly the day-to-day trying to get this done, trying to get that done, trying to get this done vibration.
Yeah.
Instead of staying in the natural vibration frequency, whatever.
Flow.
Just doing the next fun thing and the next fun thing. And that's what I was saying this morning. It's been a minute since we've actually gone and
done something fun.
Done something that we enjoy doing. So
yes,
it's time to stop and recalibrate.
That's one of the things that we as humans have a tendency to, we get so focused on things outside what we should be doing, we forget to refocus back to what we should be doing.
Right. We get so focused on the to-do list, the task list of, everyday life. Got to go to work. Got to do the laundry. Got to cook supper. Got to wash the dishes. Gotta. Yeah,
we forget to realign with the energy of ourselves.
Yeah, and like I was telling you this morning, we went through several states to get here where we are now. And we didn't stop along the way to really enjoy any aspect of that on our freedom journey here.
I know, right?
We just got in the car, we put our nose to the grind, and we just drove to what we perceived to be, okay, we got to be in Waco by this date. Let's just put our nose to the grind, drive, get there, put our head down, and we too, just like everybody else, we get caught up in that mess.
Right. Yeah, totally.
And then when we get here, we still have our nose to the grind of, okay, what do we got to do? We got to get this set up. We got to get this set up. We got to do this. And it's all task oriented of what do we got to do.
And that ain't no fun.
Right. Rather than, okay, what do we want to get up and what do we want to do today that puts us in that kind of, joyful, gratifying frequency on a daily basis. We get swept up in the to-do list just like everybody else.
Yeah. And
so I said, you know what? We got to change that frequency because it's causing ruckus in my physical body.
Yes. And I yesterday laid down at 1 o'clock and didn't get up until 6 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. It's causing our energy to be lower than what we normally like. And
yes, for sure.
I think the reason I'm bringing it up is, number one, we ourselves are not such spiritual gurus that we don't get sucked up in that as well if we don't consciously stay aware of stopping and smelling the roses, so to speak.
For sure.
And the other reason I bring it up is in the physical body, you can get tangled up in thinking, oh, I'm battling a head cold or something's going on in my physical body, when it could very well be that you're just not living life according to your natural energy flow. And when you're living at a lower frequency, or you're not finding those joyful, energetic moments or those gratitude moments, it does change your frequency. And your physical body can be saying hello.
Yes.
And for me, it's being the evidence is things like sinus congestion,
Stopped up.
stop
No flow.
up, no flow, right? Because my sinuses are congested. Like I said, it felt initially like I wanted to have, a little bit of a head cold or something.
Yeah.
But symbolically, what it's just showing me is I'm out of alignment with my normal energy.
Yeah.
Normally, we just kind of go with the flow and find that next fun, joyful thing. And I was finding myself very low energy, wanting to lay down and rest, wanting to, just not aligned with that. And so my message is sometimes it's not the physical body that's the problem.
Right.
Or that you're experiencing symptoms of. Sometimes it's the energy body. Sometimes it's the mental body.
And so here's my thought in it, and maybe this will help the listeners, but seeing the signs of this stuff prior to, like, I wish we could have caught this a little quicker.
Yeah.
And seeing those signs, like, because once we checked in with it a little bit, I've been kind of looking at it, and there was multiple signs along the way that I didn't pay any attention to because I was just so focused on the task at hand.
Do tell.
And, like, for example, the weather.
Okay.
The weather's saying, hey, this is not your ideal, typical type of weather that you like, and you're experiencing it. But it didn't give me the opportunity to slow me down and say, wait a minute, what are you doing? Because I didn't pay attention to the sign. And that's where we as humans have a tendency we get caught up in the trap of just plugging through everything and keeping our nose to the grindstone, as they say. Mm-hmm. When that happens and you're ignoring these signs, like, that's just one of them. That's just one example.
Yeah. So you're talking about, like, the fact that it rained on us the whole way here almost?
Yes.
Like, out of nowhere, just rainstorm after rainstorm.
Well, even Arkansas, we only had one day of sunshine.
Yeah.
It was either rain, windy, and cold the entire time.
Well, then we decided to go ahead and leave Arkansas a day early because we kind of had gotten all the tasks wrapped up and all the loose ends wrapped up. And we're like, we might as well go. And it's like we no more pulled out of that RV park.
And we hit
rain. The freaking rain started, man. And there were times when it was coming down heavy. And I was like, damn, we're going to have to pull over.
Yeah.
And it rained almost on us the whole 300 and something miles.
370 miles, yeah.
And I'm like, are you effing kidding me? Like, what is going on?
And so that's one of the signs. Another sign that I realized that I was ignoring was I wasn't eating properly.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I would go all day and not eat.
Yeah.
Until in the evening, and then by the time I eat, I have to eat 2 or 3 times before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And because I wake up hungry. And that's just another sign that I was ignoring. Not to mention, I wasn't spending my normal morning routine time with myself in the same way.
Right. Yeah.
And so, like, even this morning, I was like, what am I doing?
Right.
And so I caught myself back, and then you got up talking about the same thing. So once again, that just shows alignment. But
yeah, because like yesterday, I just kind of laid around dealing with this head cold thing, checking in with what is going on. This is not our normal mojo, if you will.
For sure.
What is going on? What are you showing me? What is this representing? What is going on? Because I can honestly say, aside from the other adventure, I rarely get ill.
Right.
And so when I feel like I need to lay in the bed and hold my selenite ball, I know that it's an energy issue. Right. Yeah. And I not only held it all day long watching my Disney because I didn't feel well, but I slept with it all night. And then I got up this morning and I was like, okay, this is not about a head cold. This is about being out of alignment with the normal flow. And so then when I started checking in with it, I was like, the me that is the me enjoys writing books and doing my articles and creating that kind of content and stuff. And the last 3 or 4 days after getting here, I've had no inspiration or no desire to do any of that.
That was my next thing to bring up as a key.
Yeah.
That your body and your spirit is trying to say you're off kilter.
Yeah.
And that is when you have lack of motivation to do anything other than what's on your to-do list.
Right. Especially when even the things that you've found joy in, and they're still, when you think about them, when I think about writing books or doing my writing or creating my graphic illustration designs, it still feels inside of me like it's an active, joyful place.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't have the, I guess, motivation to get up and do any of that the last couple of days.
Yes. And well, I have kind of half-assed been motivated.
Yeah.
But not really outside the to-do or the task list or the to-do list. And that's not normally me either. And so that's another one of those things. And so anybody that's listening, if they can stop and think through their day,
right,
when they, beforehand, because that's one of the things that I am putting in my own belief system is I want this to resonate or, give me the signals inside of me quicker.
Yeah.
That it's time for you to do a little something.
Right. You're a little off kilter.
Yeah.
And be able to dial in and vocalize.
Vocalize.
No, focal.
Focalize. Oh, is it going to be another Ginnyism?
It is.
We're focalizing things.
Because I was like, is that a word? Well, you know what? It is now. Focalize. Focalize with an F.
Today, this is called focalized.
We are focalizing earlier so that we can change the trajectory of the energy and get realigned sooner and quicker because it feels better.
Right.
It doesn't feel good for me. I can speak for me. It doesn't feel good to lay around and not feel aligned and not feel good inside your body, whether it's mind, frequency, or physical.
Yeah.
But what you'll learn when you start living your reality from a higher frequency state is that energy gets off. It can present itself as a stupid head cold, or it can present itself as a decrease in energy or fatigue. Because like I was saying this morning, we run and go and have energy, and we don't let the jargon get a hold of us and stay for very long. We're still very quick at catching it.
Yeah. And a lot of people, they miss the signs. And then finally spirit will be like, bang.
Right.
And
they have a bedridden illness that makes
day
them
or something.
Stop and really re-identify and calibrate.
Or some kind of negative situation happens in your world. And that's because you're out of alignment with your own inner self because you need to focalize on what's going on.
I need an applause for that. I'm very proud of you for using.
Oh, I hit the wrong button. We're focalizing it.
We're focalizing today.
For real, if y'all will stop and listen and understand and see those signs that you get, signs everywhere. You'll look around and see everything everywhere.
Yeah.
All the way down to when we got here at the RV park, the grass wasn't even mowed.
Right.
And of course it is now, but it was still one of those things like, oh my gosh, but this is a beautiful RV park, by the way.
It is. It's very, very beautiful. It's new, 3 months or so.
Yeah.
So it's
Willow Run RV Park.
Willow Springs.
Willow Run RV Park. It's on Willow Springs Road.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah.
But it's actually an RV resort.
Oh. What is the difference between a park and a resort?
Title. I don't know. I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Okay.
But anyway, so now that we have identified the pressors of this topic in our own reality.
Right.
We have now changed the energy behind things and are going to live the positive energy, allow it to come in and bring to fruition a different level of energy within us.
Right, right. And we're doing that how for people? So
Well, first of all, I had to do this morning after we talked about it, and I went, took my shower, and I worked through these processes of why am I allowing this to happen? Because, I think that's very important when you're working through beliefs is for me, having the why.
Yeah.
Why did I allow this to happen?
Right.
And then it helps me find the belief behind it.
Yeah.
That's creating this basically complete unintention or lack of focalizing on what's going on.
Right.
It's so for the belief to really rear its head. I had to allow myself to kind of ask the question, why am I doing this?
Yeah. So for me, I always try to share my personal experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't have a problem putting myself out there. And so I'll tell you what brought this on for me. We were at this place where we've literally taught ourselves social media, coding, computer, all of that.
Yes.
In July, when we made the transition from our corporate job to working purely for ourselves.
Yeah.
And we went through and we taught ourselves how to do A to Z, from creating graphics for the book to learning how to publish for ourselves to you coding pages for the website.
Yes.
We self-taught ourselves all of that all along the way in this last 8 or 9 months. And, you see a improvement. You get, to the point where you're like 30,000 likes and you see the movement, you see the whatever. But I think for me, I feel this plateau.
Yeah.
It's like we've gotten to that point, and I mean, we're fast-paced people. We're movers and shakers. And we are trying to figure out what takes us from that level to the next kind of like social media, virtual reality level, and figuring out that gap.
Right.
And for me, when things slow down, I get frustrated and impatient.
Yes.
So then that's what caused me to stop and start looking at everything. In addition to not physically feeling well, I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my reality? This is not our normal way that we navigate reality. When we come up with an idea, there's flow. It comes around very easily, very quickly, very smoothly. And we're having some trip up, stumbly parts of, the app and some different glitches and things that are going on with that. And, we would like to see our big sales go to the next level. And
I mean, for sure. Everything. I'd like
everything. We're just ready for everything to go to the next level.
It's like we're waiting for that little switch to switch over.
Yeah. And I'm like, you know what? This is my damn reality. By golly, I command and demand that this change and flip the switch.
Yes, for sure.
I control this crap. So what am I doing that is slowing this down, or that is not bringing me the reality that I want to see next?
Right.
And so I'm literally working my own process of doing that. And what I found is I got wrapped up in the task-oriented to-do list from an energy of obligation, not from an energy of joy and gratefulness, and just getting up every day saying, all right, I have all these toys and all these things I love to do. What am I going to do now? What am I going to play with? What am I going to do I'm now been getting up saying, okay, what is on the to-do list that's got to be done right now?
Correct.
And that's a frequency change.
Mm-hmm.
It's a much different frequency to say, all right, what do I got to do today? Oh, okay, there's dishes in the sink. I don't like them there. There's this, there's that, there's whatever. Versus getting up and saying, you know what?
What fun thing am I going to do today?
What am I going to do that's in my fun bucket today?
Well, that's also another way to identify when you're in the wrong way is when the emotions are off.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't feel, emotions are triggers and are signals of beliefs that are off base.
Right.
Or
your perspective is different.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, because, and here's a great example of this. I actually thought of this morning. People drive the same way home every single day. And in the course of this, they may have one day where they're just bebopping along, listening to the radio, driving the same course. And then one other day, they have something that just totally makes them angry. But yet it's the same traffic, the same roads, the same thing. If that emotions is off and you're so sensitive to what somebody else does and creates an emotion, then that's signaling a belief. It's the same thing you do in your daily life when you're off base. If you look at the emotions,
it definitely, if it's not signaling a belief, it's definitely signaling you may have slipped back into a previous habit
or vibration
loop, or definitely is signaling that your frequency has lowered to a place that's not natural for you and certainly not comfortable.
Agreed.
So again, your awareness of your emotional guidance system is the key to all of it, is paying attention to that.
Right.
When you emotionally feel wonky, it's a big indicator that, you've tilted the vibrational scale somewhere, or you're focused from a place of a lower frequency or something. That's your first indicator to stop and say, all right, I don't feel quite like I normally do. So what is this indicating?
Right.
And my mojo feels off.
Right. That's why I started the podcast with the mojo, because that's really what it is. It's about energy, and it's about the flow of life. And when we get to those places where when it's obvious that something's not right, then we've waited too long.
Yeah.
And teaching ourselves to catch that quicker.
Yeah.
And that's where my thought processes are after our conversation this morning. And so how do we do that, Dr. Jenny? What do we do once we identify it? How do we go back and change so we can catch this a little faster next time?
Yeah. So the easiest way that I know what works for me is staying true to my daily ritual, my daily routine. And that for me looks like when I'm first waking up in the morning and I'm still in kind of that groggy state, I'll take an extra few minutes before I jump out of the bed, and I'll check in with, okay, what did I wake up feeling like? And I'll sit there for a minute and make sure that I am calibrating to the frequency that I want to be in before I ever start my day.
Right.
That's the first thing I do when I'm still in that kind of dreamy, sleepy state.
Yeah.
Was there something that popped into my head, a sentence or a monkey mind conversation that maybe I went to bed thinking and now it's popped its head up again?
Yeah.
And if so, I want to stop it right there, and I want to put in place my
routine,
chosen state of energy being that I want to get up and start my day with.
Correct.
And so what I do, if I'm off kilter, the minute that I come back into this reality, if I can feel myself off kilter at that moment before I ever even take my feet out of the bed, then I will go into my bag of tricks. And usually for me, when I'm still in the bed, I can go into a visualization of some sort because I have several tools in my bag, and I suggest everyone go and explore putting some of those tools in, be it multiple visualizations that you can go to that help you find the frequency, be it have a favorite book at the bedside that you can read some positive chapters out of, a stone, like whatever those tools are, have them, a couple of them readily available at the bedside.
For sure.
Because the sooner that you can catch it, the easier it is to modify it.
Yeah.
And if you can just go into your visual state or meditate with your stone or read your chapter for 17, 20 seconds, like you don't have to do it all day long. It can just be a quick little recal of maybe 17 to 20 seconds. Then you can get out of the bed and you'll feel the frequency of it change from getting up on the wrong side of the bread. And you will feel the change in your frequency.
For sure.
Unless you're deep in, if you went to bed deep in the woes of, oh my God, tomorrow is bill paying day. Where's all the money going to fucking come from? Or, whatever. If you went to bed deep in the throes of that, then it may take you a little longer than 17 seconds to come out of that morning if you wake up and find yourself still in that frequency.
Yeah.
But the key is that if you'll go to bed in a little bit better frequency by taking some of those tools and tricks out, then you'll wake up in
setting the intention
closer to that frequency of your positive mojo.
Right. And don't get me wrong, we're not talking about, making a to-do list for your day as a negative.
No.
But what we are saying is make sure you're waking up in the morning and identifying with who you really are in that energy of the day.
Right.
Before you get started with doing your to-do list.
Yeah, because it'll change the whole perspective of the day.
It will, correct. It will cause you to wait a minute. Like when I get up this morning, I just bounced out of bed.
Yeah.
And I didn't give myself that time of, where you basically rub your face with your hands and, let me wake up now. And instead I went right into what I got to do,
Yeah.
And that's a big sign for me.
Right.
Because generally I'll spend 15, 20 minutes within myself doing whatever the heck I want to do when I first wake up.
Right.
And I haven't done it in a few days. And so remembering to giving yourself that time first thing in the morning, check in with yourself, your health, your energy, your emotions, your, just whatever that is. If it's something funny, then watch something funny. If it's whatever it is that you need to do, is check in with that in the morning. Yeah. First thing, for sure.
And that's the key is whatever your routine is, it really honors you and your mojo of keeping you closer to that higher frequency.
Yeah.
Make sure you're taking time each day for yourself to really check in with that. And if you find yourself a little wobbly or a little wonky,
right,
that gives you plenty of time to catch it and clean up the frequency before you start your day.
There used to be something
if you waited till lunch.
Yeah.
And
you're behind the 8 ball.
Yeah. Now you're just basically
playing catch up the rest of the day.
Gonna have to ride it out.
That's one thing I used to do all the time many years ago when I was in business and, doing other things for myself, is I would make a to-do list, because I say do 3 things today.
Yeah.
And when you don't end your day till the 3 things are done, and end your day when the 3 things are done.
Right.
But there used to be something I always did that I thought about this morning after our conversation was at the top of that list, I wrote something fun.
Yeah.
That I was going to do first, because that's the very first thing. Start your day with fun, end your day with fun.
That's right.
And they say in business and stuff, when you are doing what you love, then you're not working.
Right. And that is absolutely true.
I agree.
I can wholeheartedly attest to that. I can say that when I'm doing something fun, it does not feel like work, and it doesn't feel like drudgery.
Right.
And I could spend hours doing it, literally.
And what that did for me was back then it created this mindset of having fun throughout the day, no matter what. Yeah. Even when I was doing work, I would still, because I started my day off in something fun.
Yeah.
And even if it's just reading a joke book or whatever it is, watching some funny videos online or whatever.
Absolutely.
Start your day with fun, end your day with fun.
Yeah.
And it will change your mindset when you go to bed at night and when you wake up in the morning.
Right. Yeah. And then if it's a heavy frequency day because you've got some to do things that aren't so fun, stop and have some fun in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Incorporate that. Put that in your bag of tools. It is so essential to have that toolkit.
Yeah.
It really is. And whatever that looks like I said, whether it's visualization, meditation, physical tools of little trinkets or fidgety toys or a favorite book or
correct,
whatever, somebody that you enjoy listening to, whatever that toolkit has, try things, incorporate things. Having that toolkit readily available that immediately changes your frequency is a must-have, I think.
Oh, I totally agree. And find the little things that remind you of things, because that used to be something else I did as well.
Yeah.
As I always had something on my desk, in my truck, somewhere that reminded me of something fun.
Yeah.
And like you carry stones,
I mean, I do all kinds of weird things.
Yeah.
I mean, if you look at my
little
desk,
tiny things.
I've got an alien head. I've got some baby Yoda. I got a little spider. I got a whistle. I got a dandelion. And I have those things in my purse. I have, I've got things. I'm like that child that has like crickets and frogs and snakes and dandelions and 4-leaf clovers and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Carry
around in my pocket. Was that you?
I don't know. And my sound's off. Where's your phone?
My phone's all the way over there in the other room. I can't imagine.
It wasn't my phone.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's weird.
So the quicker you can catch that, the easier. And the way to catch it quickly, just to recap, is to honor and maintain your own routine on a daily basis, whatever that looks like.
Yes.
When you skip your own personal routine is when you will find yourself back in that robotic, I'm just trying to get through the day, trying to get my to-do list done because I have so much shit to do.
You're right. I guess that is my phone.
That's like 3 times. So you owe some major money to the money
apparently
jar.
So. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it's doing this. I don't know. Anyway.
So that would be the key.
Yeah. So remember throughout the day too, and especially if you've discovered that you're out of alignment with your energy.
Yeah.
And now you've created this checklist or whatever, like I do,
right,
or however Jenny does, however y'all do it. Remember to interject yourself and laugh at your own jokes.
Absolutely. Sometimes the best thing is to look at the to-do list and say, does any of this have to be done today? And if it doesn't, tear the fucking list up and just walk away and go do something fun.
Yeah, I agree. I can do that list tomorrow.
Just to rebel against the whole construct of the stupid to-do list that's got you.
I mean, everybody remembers how fun it is to play hooky from school.
Absolutely.
It's the same kind of thing.
It's the same kind of thing. Play hooky.
Yep.
From the to-do list. Like, is anybody going to die if you don't do this to-do list?
Right.
Like, what's the worst thing that's going to happen?
Yeah,
and tear the stupid list up.
I got a phrase. Ain't nobody going to take your birthday away.
You do say that a lot. What are they going to do? Take your birthday away?
Yeah. I mean, what are they going to do? And it's because it's the real behind it. That we create these stories that are worse in our head than what really happens.
Absolutely.
And we will always, via nature, unless you really work on the beliefs, it will create a bigger monkey mind story in your mind than what's really going on.
Yeah. And you'll just keep perpetuating that frequency of not liking to do this task on the to-do list. And so you do it begrudgingly, and then that just lowers your frequency even more. Then you find yourself saying, okay, well, I got to do the laundry next. God, I hate laundry. And so then the whole time you're doing laundry, you're bitching and griping under your breath about it, which just continues to feed to that lower vibrational place. Then the next to-do list may be that you got to go to the grocery store. And by then you're already in such a low frequency. When you get to the grocery store, you find that they don't have any of the products you want. The produce is
crap,
shoddy at best, and potentially will make you ill if you buy it.
What are you doing down there?
I'm scratching my leg.
Oh.
And then you'll find that it was a horrible experience at the grocery store. You got Bitchy Betty who checked you out.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it just, one thing after another, and catching it as early as you possibly can, and literally saying, okay, you know what? I feel wonky.
Mm-hmm.
I feel off. Do I need to go to the grocery store today?
Right.
Will the world end if I don't go to the grocery store today? Because I know that if I go in this energy that I'm in, it will not be a positive experience.
Right.
And we will do this.
Yes.
Literally. And if one of us is... Did that hurt your head?
Yeah. Kind of threw me off a minute.
If we're wonky, and grocery store, for example, the other day, I was like, no, I just can't deal with it today. The world didn't end. Nobody starved.
Nope.
We just didn't go. We waited until we could find a better frequency to go so that we'd have a better experience.
Right.
So I rebelled against it, and I took it off the to-do list. I was like, nope, ain't happening today.
Right. And the reality is if you'll find that time when that happens, when you get into that place, like you brought up doing laundry or something.
Yeah.
Put yourself into something that you actually enjoy. Like, I don't mind doing laundry. Actually, to me, there's something rewarding about it. I don't know why. And same thing as, I will find myself doing a chore that's not on the list, but doesn't bother me. And they're kind of that little medium place where you can kind of take yourself to.
Yeah.
And that kind of always helps me.
Having a co-partner companionship.
Yeah.
And you know that your partner doesn't mind this particular chore, and you absolutely hate it. If you're already wonky and it does need to be done because you're running around naked, look at your partner and say, I know you don't mind this task. Could you go and do this one this time? Because I'm wonky and I effing hate this task.
Yeah. And that's what we did.
And so that's kind of how we roll with it is, the things that you don't mind doing,
right? You
take and go and do.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all.
And I absolutely cannot understand it because I hate laundry.
Doesn't bother me.
And it does not bother you in the least.
Not even a little bit. And I don't know, there's something rewarding about pulling that freshly laundered clothes out of the dryer and you're folding them up, and I don't know, there's something rewarding about it for me.
And I do not understand it, but hey, I don't question it.
Yeah.
We just divide and conquer.
Yep, that's right. But I think the last thing we should talk about in this topic is it is making it okay to stop and say, why am I off?
Yeah.
Because like when you first brought that topic up this morning, I was already kind of working on it inside of me. And it kind of bothered me a little bit when you brought it up because I was already working on it. Oh my God, I've already identified this problem. You can't tell me I'm doing it wrong. Came in my head. And it kind of put me in a little bit of a negative mindset. And
why
so
is that?
Right, well, that's the problem with it is sometimes we don't identify that that's what's causing it in the first place, even though you're already working on it.
Yeah.
And then, bam, it gets thrown in your face, and I just didn't make it okay. And so I had, it's okay to identify when you're not doing something right because it's off.
Yeah.
It's okay to say, I screwed this one up, or I'm not doing it to yourself. Give yourself the permission to make it okay.
Right, because the reality this morning was I was bringing it up for my own self.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was doing it inside myself as well.
Well, that's just that emotional thing that it causes a trigger.
That's right.
Because it's a belief on my side. I know you had zero malintentions.
Right. I was just letting the listeners know that I was bringing it up because you're my sounding board.
Correct.
And whenever I identify something I'm doing or something that's running in the background that I kind of like flat out ignored, I like to sound it off.
Right.
And talk about it.
Correct.
It helps me run the energy out of it.
Yes.
And so I didn't know anything about what you were working on. I just brought it up because I wanted to talk through, this is what I identify me doing here.
Right. Yeah.
And so, yeah.
Anyway, that sounds pretty good. That feels pretty good for me.
Yeah.
That topic sounds complete.
I think sometimes we just want to share what goes on in our real life.
For sure.
Because, the point of the podcast is not to be some spiritual guru who sits here in a meditative position and says, this is the way to enlightenment. Do what I
definitely
say.
Out of muck.
The point of this podcast is to show people how we
normal everyday people. Yeah.
Normal everyday living and spiritual lifestyle and how to incorporate those together and get through different trip up things or different experiences or interactions out in the real world and why they're happening and how to navigate them and what are some tips and tricks to do.
Right.
And, there's going to be times where we feel like we're out of alignment with our mojo.
Right.
And when you feel that, the key word is when you feel that, stop and take a second and do some investigating.
Yeah.
Why do I feel this way?
For sure.
What is it? Am I not honoring my daily routine of getting myself calibrated first before I get going with the day? Have I somehow changed my perspective because of fear or doubt? Like, why did this happen? And what am I going to do about it?
Correct. 100%. I agree.
So bringing it to the awareness, catching it, and then
making
doing
it okay
something
and
about
do something about it. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
I agree. I like it. Nice job. Nice job.
Nicely done.
It was a good one today.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, hey, don't forget to check us out. And you can find that information on the website, www.themerckcenters.org. Check out the new products on the website. You'll like them.
Yeah.
For sure.
Got some fun stuff going over there.
Yep. And thanks, everybody, to you guys that came and saw us in Springdale. We had a good time at the Ozark Research Institution.
Yeah, and if you are enjoying listening to us gab and carry on, share it with somebody.
Yep, follow, and share.
Or make a comment. Let us know
for sure
that you're out there. We'll talk about anything. If you've got a topic you want us to give you our viewpoint on, feel free to put it out there. And
100%.
If you want to join us on our Wednesday live event we'll talk about whatever.
Yeah. Or you can also on the website, you can subscribe on there and you will get notified when we post a new podcast as well. And so and you'll get anything, all of our blogs or when we post any new product, all of that you'll get via the subscribe button on the website.
Yeah. And we'd love for you to leave us a review.
100%. Yeah, go on Amazon if you've bought our books, read our books, got it at one of the expos. Go on Amazon and give us a review. See what you think.
Or like a Google review.
Yeah, you can do a Google review as well for the business, of course. Or even
like a testimonial or a review on our website.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's on there.
Yeah.
Anyway, don't forget to like, follow, and share. And don't forget to
ring that bell.
Hey, we hope you guys have an awesome day.
Love ya.